this is the first showcase. This is the first Pre-Accelerator Showcase of 2023, and we're really, really excited to kick off the year on a high with 17 great startups that are pitching. A couple of things that we wanted to point out, all the different kinds of companies. We'll be supporting up to 80 companies this year. This is the first cohort, and there's going to be another 3 later on during the year. If you're interested in any of these, let us know. I'm Maeve Lyons, I'm a program manager here at the RDI Hub and also with the NDRC. And we have just spent a fabulous 6 weeks together getting this cohort ready, which we're really excited about. If you're logging on from wherever you are today, let us know. Tell us what startups that you're interested to see. We'll be dropping bridge links into the chat. You can directly connect with them and ask them any questions that you want. So keep an eye on the chat. Get some fun going in the chat. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, and get it going for everyone and get them really excited. So to kick off the events, I'm going to ask Liam Cronin from the CEO of the RDI Hub just to say hello and welcome to everyone.
Hello and welcome. So I'm going to keep it really short because the most important thing today is to hear the pitches from the amazing 17 companies. But again, as Maeve said, welcome to the RDI Hub. I'm Liam Cronin, CEO of the RDI Hub. We're delighted to be kind of leading out on the Pre-Accelerator Showcase, the first showcase for this year. And I'm really excited to see the pitches over the next while. I suppose in terms of the RDI Hub, for anybody who doesn't know, we're a public-private partnership with Fexco. Bertie Murphy's here today, Chief Strategy Officer from Fexco. Munster Technological University is our research partner. Kerry County Council, who help us on the sustainability. And then we're also funded through the Enterprise Ireland Regional Development Fund. And it's great to have Donica and Michelle and others from Enterprise Ireland here today. I suppose our whole vision in the RDI Hub is to support individuals, startups, scale-ups, SMEs to create new products and services leading to technology jobs in the southwest of Ireland. And it aligns so closely with what we're doing with NDRC and Pre-Accelerator and looking at the companies and even listening to the 3 pitches earlier on that are creating new products and services. There's a total alignment there. So really happy to support this. We're 3 years in business back in February, and we really want to kind of drive on what we're doing here. I suppose it's great also to see how the NDRC has expanded over the last while. And I suppose even just to give you a sense that some of the activities are coming up at NDRC, like there's an amazing founder weekend up in Republic of Work in Cork next weekend with the team down there, and they're open for applications until Sunday. So if anybody has a startup idea and wants to get involved in that, like please engage and lean in, because there's going to be great mentoring, great support from guest speakers and great networking at that event down in Cork next weekend. So again, go on to NDRC or connect with John Roach, who's here today, or Frank Brennan and his team. I suppose the other thing which is really amazing is the work that's kind of happening around the Talent Accelerator. So there's going to be a Founders Talent Accelerator launched in Dogpatch Labs next Thursday night. And that's for founders that want to get a co-founder, want to put a team together. And I think it's a fantastic initiative and fantastic support around. It's never been a better time, I think, to be a startup in Ireland, which is really, really good. The NDRC Accelerator Programme is also open for applications at the moment. Lorraine Curran is here at the moment today. If anybody needs to talk to Lorraine, Lorraine, do you want to put your hand up there, Lorraine? Oh, there you are. And, that's a fantastic program as well, because there's a 100K safe note for the lucky 7 companies that go on it. And we just came off the back of a Sustainability Accelerator launch on Wednesday night up in Dogpatch Labs, which I thought was unbelievable in terms of the support from the Dogpatch Labs teams, working closely with the regional hubs in Portishead, Republic of Work, and the hub down Greenway HQ down in Wexford. And that's all about getting 12 companies together to go on a sustainability accelerator journey with support from Kerry Group, Quilta, and Electric Ireland as well. So fantastic to see all that happening. But really today, I suppose, is really about the 17 companies and hearing their pitches and stuff. And look, it's really exciting as well to have the investor ecosystem coming together. And I know later, Niall Larkin, who's the Halo Business Angel Network Regional Lead, is going to be in conversation with some investors. We're delighted to have probably one of the most active angels in Ireland, Jamie Heaslip, here today. So, please take the opportunity to meet with Jamie and engage with Jamie throughout the time. Great to have Enterprise Ireland here as well. Like I said, Donica, Cullinan, Michelle, and others who are going to be in that panel. Lorraine is going to be involved in it as well from the NDRC Accelerator. So there's a lot of support there. I also want to thank Mervyn Green, who's come down who's the CEO of Dogpatch Labs and CEO of NDRC. I think it's a fantastic endorsement that he's here today to hear the pitches and support what we're doing as well. So there's a great ecosystem, and I suppose I kind of leave you with one comment. Like, I suppose if you're a startup, if you want to go fast, go alone. if you want to go a lot far, go together. And I suppose it's about using that togetherness, and it's about using the ecosystem that's there. I think it's the best time in the world to be a startup in Ireland, with all the supports there. So please enjoy the day today. Lean in, enjoy the pitches. And before we hand over to Maeve, I just want to call out Maeve for the excellent work she's done getting us to today. I mean, she's been involved in the whole part of actually scouting for the startups, selecting them, supporting the companies over the last 8 weeks, and getting them ready to pitch ready, along with the other regional hubs from Dogpatch Labs and Portishead and Republic of Work. It's a real one-team effort, and also the RDI Hub team here as well. So I'm going to hand back to Master Ceremonies, Maeve, to work through the rest of the day. But enjoy your time, and it's a real good hybrid event with over 100 people online and 50 people here in the room. So really looking forward to today, Maeve.
So everyone here knows the schedule. We're going to watch 17 startups pitch. We're going to watch 9. We're going to have a live interview, and then there's going to be another 8. So we're going to get things going now. Off you go.
Did you know the average cost of just one bad hire is €15,000? Now, think about that in the context of a large organization. How much are bad hiring practices costing them? And what are the negative impacts on existing teams? My name is Gary, and I'm the CEO of Preferl. Talent sourcing is time-consuming, expensive, and complex for all stakeholders. Put yourself in the position of Monica and Sharon, the hiring managers for ABC Limited. They operate in a competitive labour market with high turnover. They cannot find qualified candidates, and existing hiring methods are failing them. The team spend an average of 28 hours per week sourcing candidates for just one role. The average cost of a bad hire is €15,000. And internal projects are consistently disrupted by vacancies and hires who are not the right fit for their role. According to 88% of hiring managers, referrals are the leading source of superior candidates. However, only account for 35% of hires. Preferl is a talent sourcing platform that connects vetted job seekers with employees willing to refer them in companies of their choice. Let's take a look at how it works. Instead of screening hundreds of CVs from a job board, Monica and Sharon can log into Preferl and are instantly presented with 5 vetted candidates suitable for their role. They can request a screening call with the job seeker to ensure they are the right fit. And lastly, if appropriate, they can put the job seeker through their in-house referral system. We see recruiters and job boards such as LinkedIn as our primary competition. However, none of these solutions are effective at driving hiring volume through referral schemes. And we attract top talent, as job seekers are 4 times more likely to be interviewed with a referral. We charge employees 15% of their referral bonus and employers $2,000 per successful referral. This is the fraction of the cost of a recruiter. We estimate the total addressable market to be 20 to 40 billion euro globally to solve this problem. We are currently testing our solution in market with a small number of customers, including 2 large accounting firms. And in the last 6 weeks, we have 10x the number of job seekers working with us. Our team has the motivation and experience to deliver this solution. I am an ex-strategy and operations consultant and customer experience expert. Alan is an experienced full-stack developer and solutions designer. We have also both encountered this issue from a hiring manager perspective, so we can very much empathize with the pain. If this business sounds interesting to you and you would like to learn more, or you would like to simplify your talent sourcing, contact me at gary@preferl.com. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Paulina from HEA, and today we're going to talk about something that affects almost half of the world population: periods. I'm sure we've all experienced an awkward moment caused by our period. From the sanitary pad moving while we were sleeping or exercising, the menstrual flow staining our favorite clothes, the micro panic attack we get every time we realize we haven't changed our tampon in too long, and let's not forget the feeling of guilt for using disposable products but finding the reusable options difficult to use and inconvenient. The truth is, I believe our menstrual products have let us down. On a survey that we conducted with more than 120 women, we discovered that 1 out of 4 women are dissatisfied with the products they use for their period. And even the rest of them who mentioned to be satisfied later on express a bunch of inconformities related to this type of products. So are they really satisfied, or rather used to what already exists? With this idea in mind, we decided to rethink how women experience their period, and that's how HEA was born. HEA is a reusable, smart, and easy-to-use alternative to traditional menstrual products. But how does this work? First, you insert the cup inside your body with the help of our applicator. Then, you can check the status of the cup in our app to see how full it is and when it's time to change it. It can also alert you if it detects any abnormalities in your flow and help you keep track of different health conditions. Finally, with the help of this same applicator, you can remove the cup out of your body, empty the content, and insert it back in. Now, when we compare HEA with other products in the market, we can see that our solution is the only one that integrates the reusable, easy-to-use, healthy, and smart components in one product. Now, this sounds great, but how are we going to make money? Well, our product has a cost of 50 euros and can last up to 10 years. And for the app, we have a freemium model where the user can access certain features for free or pay 10 euros a month to unlock all of the features. Regarding the market size, we can see that in Europe alone, there are over 197 million women who are on their menstrual cycle. Almost 70 million of them use products like tampons and menstrual cups. We believe that initially we can capture 3.5% of this market, which amounts to nearly 2.5 million women in this region alone. So far, we have conducted validations with potential customers, participate in different competitions, launched our landing page where we got more than 10 signups so far, and right now we're about to start the Launchbox Accelerator program where we will focus on the design and development of our first functional prototype that we can use to begin testing in September. The team behind this idea is my co-founder Sonia and me. We're both product design engineers with background in coding, UX, and UI design. Steffi is currently doing her master in digital health, and I'm currently doing my master in entrepreneurship here at Trinity. We want to invite you all to be part of our journey and help us shape the future of people who menstruate. If you want to join our waitlist, you can scan this QR code to visit our landing page, and if you're someone who can put us in contact with someone who is in the medtech industry, please reach out to us. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Afrin Zahir, and I'm the founder of The Language Tribe. To begin, I would like to introduce you to Angela. She's a 6th-year Leaving Cert student trying to prepare for her French Leaving Cert oral exam. She, like 95.5% of online language learners, never seem to reach fluency despite their best efforts. The main reason for this is that language learners simply don't get the opportunity to practice with real native speakers. The Language Tribe will thus enhance learning by connecting language learners with native speakers living within their own communities. Therefore, with Tribe, we will guide learners like Angela through every step of the learning journey, starting with step 1, the independent learning phase, which is the only phase that the current apps apply today. Step 2 involves practicing the modular content with the native speaker, and step 3 involves reading about the culture of a given language via our online culture center. As mentioned earlier, the overall language learning market is worth over $30 billion annually globally. There are approximately over 8.01 million language learners across both Ireland and the UK, with the potential to generate over $2.8 billion annually. And with regards to our SOM, there are approximately 1.28 million language learners within Ireland, thus having the potential to generate over $448 million per year in revenue. The business will ultimately have 2 main revenue streams. The first being our connection service, which is currently live. Our lessons cost 30 euros per hour, and the native speakers retain 60% of this fee. Our second revenue stream will be our online subscription service, charging customers 5 euros per month for unlimited access to our online content. And traction to date, I've gotten the MVP built in the form of a website and app available in both the Android and Apple app stores. Since September of 22, I've recruited over 25 native speakers across 9 different languages in Kerry. We've conducted over 60 prepaid lessons. I've completed phase 2 and 3 of the New Frontiers program. And since September, my French team have completed the French content for the platform, while Ed, our computer and video game design graduate, has created an interactive video game available on the platform. As an overview, our main competitors comprise up of the major online language learning apps currently leading the market, such as Duolingo, Rosetta Stone, and Babbel. However, the current apps only cover step 1 of our 3-step formula. With regards to the team, I'm the founder and CEO. I have a business and law degree from UCD. I'm bilingual myself, of course, and I started this business because I genuinely believe from firsthand experience that language learning and cultural insights provide for a very potent and effective method in mitigating discrimination. I've also built our next steps this year are now to launch the subscription service, starting with French in June. Our financial projections are to acquire 125 customers by December. We will apply for EI's Pre-Seed Start Fund. I plan to recruit a CMO and CTO, and we hope to raise €250,000 in our pre-seed round in 2024. Thank you very much for your attention.
Hi, I'm Dawn, co-founder of Mytr, Manage Your Team Remotely. Meet Kira, a team lead to a remote customer support team in eBay. Recently, her team has become disengaged. Their productivity is suffering with monthly targets on a downward slope, and one member has recently resigned. The financial impact of her team's underperformance has resulted in Kira's manager asking her how she can turn things around. Kira is feeling burnt out, and she also feels guilty. So Mytr is a Slack and Teams plugin that facilitates an emotional check-in through an emoji interface. It measures morale in a safe and secure way. It boosts engagement, which can lead to increased productivity and boosts retention. Step 1, a daily check-in to see how the team is doing. This can be shared with the team, the manager, or sent anonymously. Step 2, if there's a dip in morale, action can be taken in advance of disengagement. And step 3, this data can be used for one-on-ones or shared with senior management. The impact for Kira and her team is huge. Kira has built a sense of trust with her team, and her one-on-ones have now become adaptive and relevant. She has a better sense of how her team is feeling and performing, and a Mytr report was shared with HR to the whole eBay workforce. Mytr stands out by offering plugins that are Slack and Teams compatible, and it can also be tailored to suit the personality of the team by offering anonymous feedback, and the emoji interface may be personalized. Mytr is a B2B SaaS model, which will be using tiered pricing through monthly subscriptions. Our TAM is estimated at 3.5 billion, and the SOM is based on remote Irish companies within software development and customer service industries, both areas which are heavily engaged in remote work while also suffering from high attrition rates. We've spoken with 20 potential customers, 3 of whom have signed up for the MVP, which is due for release in July of this year, and a free time tracker app is in development, while the Mytr platform is due for final release in November of 2023. Shane is CTO and co-founder with a wealth of software and business development experience, and I have 9 years of educational experience and have witnessed firsthand the benefits of facilitating emotional check-ins in the classroom setting. And here's an update from Kira. She's feeling proud and determined thanks to Mytr. And just like her, you can manage your team's well-being with Mytr's employee engagement platform, because happy teams work better. Please join our waiting list below. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Robert, founder of HomeHop, a property management co-pilot for estate agent businesses. Property management is broken. Managing residential properties is incredibly time-consuming, stressful, and costly, especially for estate agencies with hundreds of units under management. These businesses waste thousands of hours each year manually screening and vetting applicants, gathering references and documentation, reporting and tracking maintenance requests, coupled with never-ending back and forth communication with tenants. HomeHop is an easy-to-use property management software tailored to the specific needs of estate agent businesses, equipping them with everything they need to lease, manage, and maintain their properties. HomeHop automates manual workflows that would usually take 20+ hours per week to complete, freeing up agents' time to generate revenue through business development and client relationship management. We focus on building simple, flexible, and easy to use software to differentiate ourselves amongst our competitors. Most of HomeHop's competition is focused exclusively on the North American market and lacks the convenience, flexibility, and ease of use that is required to successfully attract and retain estate agent customers. Within Europe and the Asian Pacific region, current solutions on offer are either outdated or too complicated to use. HomeHop is going to capitalize on this gap in the market by providing a convenient, flexible, and easy to use platform to the underserved European and Asian Pacific markets. HomeHop charges a monthly fee with a free trial for new customers. It offers 3 tiers with varying features, and add-ons can be purchased for an additional fee. The PropTech market is huge and set to grow to $94 billion by 2030. Property management software accounts for $4.85 billion of this growth. Our SAM is set to grow to $2 billion by 2030, and our SOM is set to grow to €2.6 million. In terms of traction, things have been ramping up quickly. We've conducted 25 plus customer discovery interviews, built a working prototype using Bubble.io, signed up and screened over 265 tenants within 24 hours of launch, had our first trial agreed with an estate agent, got into the pre-accelerator, secured intent to purchase from senior staff at Savills. We're currently in the process of getting an LOI from Smith & Butler's estate agents. We're finalising our first sale with Hunter's estate agents, and we're interviewing for phase 2 of New Frontiers at the moment. Our team of advisors is comprised of accomplished entrepreneurs with a wide range of expertise, from cybersecurity and GDPR, market research, prop tech, advertising, and real estate. I've previously founded an e-commerce company and worked at a consumer research startup for the last 1.5 years. I have a strong background in marketing, and I'm able to quickly design and build web applications using Bubble.io. Join our waitlist today to get exclusive access to the platform. If you're interested in investing, you can contact me below. Thank you.
My name is Anne-Marie, and my company is within Eve. We're changing the way that women with perimenopause manage their health. Over half the population will suffer because of perimenopause, and it's tearing families and careers apart. Meet Emma. She's one of our members and a successful architect in a leading firm, happily married with 2 children. When Emma turned 43, she started to suffer from brain fog, mood swings, lethargy, and weight gain. After many GP visits and inconclusive blood results, Emma was prescribed antidepressants and sleeping tablets, but nothing changed. Frustrated and alone, Emma felt like someone had literally turned the lights off. But she's not alone. She's one of 15.5 million women in the UK today, and those women are suffering unnecessarily from Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. Using next generation wearables and an AI app, we give women real-time, personalized data and insights into how their diet, hormones, and exercise impact their body. And we provide tools to help them to understand what choices to make for improved health. There are competitors using these wearables, but not targeted at perimenopause. Limbo focuses on weight loss, Levels of metabolic health, and Zoe on gut health. We focus on women's health, and that makes us unique. Our business model is a subscription model direct to consumer with a starter test kit of £120 plus a subscription fee. We have additional revenue streams from partnerships, research studies, and upselling. The global menopause market is to reach $24.4 billion by 2030. And in the UK, it's estimated to reach 170 million by 2025. With 6% of that represents 102 million. We launched our beta test in January 2023, and we have an active waiting list of over 37 women. Over 16 covered customer discovery interviews completed, and we aim to launch the beta version on the 18th of October in line with Global Menopause Day. We have a high member engagement, averaging 28 uses per day, a net promoter score of 100%, with a reluctance to leave at the end of the programme. Members consistently report improved sleep, energy, focus, and weight loss. I have over 20 years lived experience in metabolic health and have founded 2 health startups, while consulting on business growth strategy. Our business development team includes Andrew Hall, a tech entrepreneur who has recently exited. Our scientific and medical team includes specialists in women's nutrition, hormones, and exercise. After 4 weeks in our program, Emma sleeps well, has much more energy, and has lost weight. She understands her body better and feels in control. Our ambition is to reach 1 million women by 2026 and build the world's most powerful health platform. We are looking for an investment of 120,000 to develop the minimum viable product. Join us at withineve.com. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Thornton, and I'm the founder of Offset Fashion. We make sustainable fashion easy for the eco-conscious shopper with our re-commerce marketplace platform. Have you dropped a bag of clothes to a charity shop thinking you were doing a good deed and they were going to a new home? Unfortunately, the fact is that 70% of all clothing donated to charity shops ends up in landfill. There needs to be a radical shift in what we do with the clothes we no longer wear. So we have created a re-commerce marketplace platform. Maria, overwhelmed with the clutter in her closet, can send us the clothing she no longer wears. She tells us how many items she's sending and whether or not she wants to keep the sale proceeds or donate a portion or all proceeds to one of our charity partners. We inspect the items, take the photos, load them onto the site, and sell them. Then Kate can visit our re-commerce platform and is able to purchase Maria's top quality workwear for a great price, with the advantage of being sustainable. Our competition is charity shops, marketplaces like Vinted and Facebook. Those are great for those with hours to browse and engage. However, for those wanting to sell and donate with little involvement, we are the only full-service re-commerce platform that simplifies the process and eliminates the time and energy needed. We are also the only platform who also sells kids' clothing. Our business model is commission-based with different levels of service, different levels based on service. The more the users involved, the less commission we'll charge. There will be a subscription model for the app when it's ready. The global market is estimated to be $218 billion by 2026, $4 billion in the EU by 2032. We're estimating the SOM in Ireland to be 5 million. This is based on a 1.1 meta market potential. We launched an Instagram account at the end of January. We posted in a pre-loved Facebook group in February that we were launching our pilot and started receiving clothes immediately, with over 2,000 items arriving since. We will launch the Shopify site this month, and we have a project starting with the Walton Institute about developing the tech roadmap using innovation vouchers. To date, we have 150 people signed up to use our newsletter, and we will seek to grow that to 1,000 by Q3. I have a background in fashion management and business development and have been involved in the secondhand clothing market for the last 6 years. My advisory board includes Ramal Pereira, a serial entrepreneur, and Donald Daly of Future Planet. We are actively seeking a technical product development manager and a marketing expert. Do you want to help the planet and join the pre-loved movement or know someone you think would like to? Please follow us on Instagram or join our mailing list using the QR codes here. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Aziz, co-founder of Zoo, the ultimate mobile platform for the food truck business. Meet Alice and John. Alice is a food truck owner selling the best burgers in town. John is a foodie who is always on the lookout for food trucks. Alice has a weekday regular opening location in hometown and a few different locations in markets. She has to follow her schedule and be predictable to not disappoint her customers like John. But sometimes she has to cancel openings due to weather or to serve a lucrative private event, which she found with difficulty. About updates, she posts in social media, but usually customers miss out. When she has long queues, she thinks about the helper to manage orders, but she can't afford any staff yet. To tackle this challenge, we created Zoo, an all-in-one mobile assistant for food truck owners and their customers. Zoo connects food trucks with their target audience and streamlines the experience. Alice can easily find private events, process orders efficiently, announce locations, and send push notifications about updates to her followers so they won't miss out. John no longer needs to follow hundreds of social media accounts of food trucks, as he can use Zur to easily find them, pre-order food, and hire food trucks for events. These days, food trucks mainly use text messages for pre-orders and emails for events bookings. The minority use services like Uber Eats and Deliveroo, which are designed for brick-and-mortar restaurants and for orders processing only. Zur differentiates itself by offering tailored features that save time and give a competitive edge in the food truck industry. We generate revenue through a transaction fee as well as a subscription for food trucks that unlocks premium features. Additionally, our model includes paid advertisements. Industry is booming. In 2021, the market estimation was 17.9 billion with an annual growth rate of 6.8%. Europe market size is more than 3.2 billion, and the Irish market doubled in 2021 and has more than 700 food trucks currently operating. Last July, we launched our MVP. Since then, we processed over 100 orders and 20 food trucks registered on our system, and more waiting for our upcoming features. We have more than 600 registered regular users which use data from ZurWatch to locate food trucks. Our team consists of 4 developers and a manager with over 12 years of experience in development of scalable enterprise solutions. Our co-founders Timur and Damir are head of front-end and back-end development, and I am a project manager. We also have a team managing ZurWatch, which is helping steadily increase our user base on a daily basis. With your investment, we accelerate growth in the Irish market and expand to UK and Europe with the development and delivery of all planet features. We believe with Zur, Elise can enjoy what she does best, creating mouth-watering dishes and serving her customers, while we take care of the rest. Thank you.
Now we're back to the live stage. We've just seen 9 of the pitches, and we're going to have our founder interview now. So I'm joined here by Shane and Stephen from Recruit.ru, who were part of the Pre-Accelerator last year. So they're coming back to speak as alum this year. So we really want to kind of learn a bit more about the founder journey. So penciled in my few red questions here. So wanted to get your perspective on the Irish startup ecosystem to date. How has it supported you? Challenges that you've kind of felt around it, and different things that you've tried.
Yeah, first of all, everyone here, welcome. This is it's a great opportunity for you guys as well to get your own foot into the ecosystem as well. And we were here this time last year, so appreciate the journeys that you guys are making today. And if we can help in any way, we're very happy to do it. But kind of taking that as an example, like when we were starting this company, I guess we were really uncertain about what direction we were going to take originally. We engaged very widely with the different actors in it, both kind of customers, but also people in the investment space as well. And the community really has never been richer than now. Like, you think about what it was like maybe 5 years ago and where we are today, it's exceptional. And I think the opportunities for founders and for founders teams to get in front of audiences like here at NDRC is really a great opportunity to test your business, validate the ideas, and kind of to really hone down on your own value proposition for your customers as well. So at least in my case, as a founder with Stephen, I came across Stephen because Stephen was actually in an accelerator program, and the founders found each other through that way, and that's just an example of how the ecosystem kind of can help bring the ideas together.
Yeah, and I can share my experience. So I was a young man, and I've abused the supports that Ireland offers for young entrepreneurs, but as you should do, and I was lucky enough to do Ignite in UCC, which is similar to a New Frontiers, I suppose, where you get an office space and money and just a kind of helping hand for a year. And then once I fleshed out the idea, I met Shane along the way as I tried to sell to him, and we kind of worked on the business from there. We were then at the ideal time to kind of come into something like a Pre-Accelerator. Absolutely brilliant supports and everything, but that's the way you should kind of view them. They are supports, and they can't necessarily offer you the silver bullet. It's still very much on you to do the work and everything, and I think NDRC has a very good view of that we're coaching you, but you still have to go off and do everything that we say. Kind of, it's on you to actually go out there and build something. So kind of keep that in mind when you are going to it. You can spend 3 years accelerator hopping and getting all the support you need, but at the end of the day, you kind of have to do your own 9 to 5 and get it over the line.
Excellent. And if we rewind a minute, Recruit.ru, what are you doing? What we're going to ask you your one-liner or your elevator pitch. That should be perfected after doing the NDRC Pre-Accelerator.
Yeah, we make international hiring easy. Is what we do. What have we been doing? So I guess after we came out of the accelerator, for us, we're in the recruitment space. So we know where we can find customers. And our big thing was, how do we go out and build customers and build a sales engine around that? And NDRC kind of helped us hone down on that value prop. We were able to do that. We were able to demonstrate really quickly after coming out of here that we had people willing to buy our product, which was great. That kind of gave us, I guess, the credibility when we were beginning talking to investors that we actually had a business that could really scale quickly. And we were able then to bring in investment at the start of this year. We're going through that process now, bringing in EI now next. But we're really trying to figure out how we actually get a sales engine going. So really figuring out what is sustainably going to lead to us to have actually a really repeatable and scalable business.
And you touch on it there, and we talk about a lot within the NDRC. You've joined a network, and that network is full of introductions and people that can help you on your journey. Is there been any significant people or pieces of advice or certain people that you've spoken to that have really kind of steered you in the right direction, landed things for you?
So I think the most important kind of network that I developed myself was just a kind of group of friends who are all kind of similar age or similar experience to me, that we could all go and have a pint and kind of talk shit about the whole experience really, and just vent on it. And like I find that so important.
Supporting founders.
Exactly. Like, but you think you're kind of crazy when you're going home to your friends and family and be like, oh, this is what I was working on for the day, and they're kind of like, oh yeah, that's cool. But it makes a lot more sense when you're kind of surrounded by other people in that. So the kind of network of friends that you kind of build along the way is very important. Shane, you can kind of talk about more.
Yeah, well, I think that's like founders and your other friends who are in this space, it's definitely very important. Like, it's a tough journey that we're all in, right? So actually having your own networks that you can kind of just chat through and say when the days are shitty and the days are good, that's really important. But equally, these type of events, NDRC, like both yourself, Maeve, and Niall, for us have been people that we continue to go back to, whether it's questions about investors and term sheets, or actually like, you know, is our value proposition even right? Going back to do some of that business canvas modeling we did during the program. Like, that relevance is still there. And I think the ecosystem, like, there's always a new phase your business is going through. And these type of programs, and NDRC especially now that an all Ireland program really is great. Like, there is a lot of kind of support that is out there. And just again back to Stephen's point, you know, they're not going to come to you. Like, you really kind of have to be proactive and reach out. And again, that's kind of the hard part of running your own business. But people are there and are willing to give their time to you if you ask for it.
Give back to the network or the community, as we say. Challenges. What's been difficult since you've flown the coop and are out by yourselves? I know, like, you're not living in the same location, so obviously meetings and going out to meet people and getting the conversations with the right people. What's been challenging?
Yeah, so I actually have moved up to Dublin, so we're in the same office together now. But I think at the start of this year now, with all the headlines saying recession looming, massive tech cut losses, it was very hard to get some of our contracts some of our potential contracts over the line, just with the uncertainty as to the way the economy was going to be over the next 6 months. So we had a very kind of tough start of the year. Kind of allowed us to kind of branch out a little bit more though into different industries. It's one of those things, like, a lot of times a trek can kind of become an opportunity and kind of make you look into a different kind of field. And yeah, that went on for 3 months. We were kind of pulling our hair out. We've done everything that we thought we had a good product out there, and it just wasn't really working out. Again, moved into a couple more different industries, and it's going very well now over the past couple of months. So yeah, there are challenges a lot of the time, but yeah, we try to view them as opportunities, and a lot of the time if a challenge kind of comes up, there's a reason, try to figure out why and learn from it.
Yeah. And what was it that made you think about going into different industries? Because I know before it was focused on construction.
Yeah.
And from our conversation earlier, you've touched on hospitality and different areas. Was that through customer discovery and the feedback you were getting from people that you decided that the need was wider, or what was it?
It was all of that, I think. Like, there was a lot of discovery we did originally, even going into the accelerator, that was focused in construction. We thought we had our personas really well understood, and then there's macro events that kind of can take your business off in different directions. And for us, kind of more to focus in another industry, came about from the client really. Actually came about from interest that was inbound to us versus necessarily us selling. And then more discovery we did in that industry kind of opened up that it was more urgent and it was probably more willing to pay versus our original hypothesis, which was in construction. And I think that's for us, like learnings along the way, like just be engaging with your customers continually, or who you think your customers are. And also don't be afraid to maybe take it off into a slightly different angle and see is there someone more willing in an adjacent industry to see if they're more willing to actually pay for the solution.
And just to follow on from that point, that inflection point links up directly with NDRC, because someone came to us in hospitality, asked us to do it, and we were kind of like, oh, are we kind of changing around our business model? Should we go for this or whatever? And we reached out to one of the advisors that he linked us up with and said, look, this is a large enterprise client. It could be great for us, but this just isn't our business. This isn't the marketing we've been doing or anything like that. And then she was like, you'd be absolutely crazy not to go for it. Like this is when you're a startup at these early stages, you just take all the opportunities you can get and then build on them and see which one is kind of giving you the most money, I suppose, and then work on from there. But yeah, it was from one of your advisors that really kind of helped us. And then she's after guiding us through how we kind of structure all those contracts with the enterprise clients and everything. It's brilliant. Whereas I would have no idea how to do that myself, so it's brilliant.
Gold star for you, you said something great. You've mentioned or alluded to raising an investment and your relationship with EI. What's this process been like? Long, hard, slow, positive?
So from the moment we had our first conversation with our investor, which I think actually was 2 weeks after our pitch year, we were 6 months to the day of when we got our first signature on investment document. 6 months. So anyone who's actually raising money, it's long, it's frustrating, it's painful. And that's not even including EI, which are their own timeline after that. So kind of going out there, you just have to be prepared that it's going to take a long amount of time to get things done. Certainly some angels are moving quicker now through HBAN and through kind of the safe notes and everything else like that. But it's long and it is frustrating, and at times you've got people that will give you a commitment and then will walk away from it. So you kind of have to be prepared for that kind of rejection, but also that timeline as well. But for us, again, we were guided by mentors and also with the advisors within NDRC. It's like, actually guys, this is fairly typical. The first time raising money, you didn't have a lot of kind of history as a company, but that's what you can kind of expect to see. And it's totally normal. It doesn't take away being frustrating for founders.
What do you wish you hadn't done? Is there any kind of, in the past year, conversations or routes that you went down that you think as like some advice to share for the group, directions not to go?
So I had a different idea before we kind of came onto Recruiter, and it was kind of in the kind of changing around that I managed to try and sell to Shane. That's where Recruiter came from. But I went off and paid kind of an agency to go out and develop software for me for this interview simulator that I was building for students. And if I was to have my time back, I absolutely wouldn't have done that. I think we're all trying to build apps out here. Someone mentioned there that they were using the no-code tools. They've come on so much in the past 5 years. You can do so much with them that if you're kind of going out there looking that you won't be able to build your application without a CTO or some 100-grand software engineer, you're probably wrong, unless you're going out in some biomedical fields where you kind of require all that. Really try to avoid that. There's loads of those no-code tools out there, or even low-code tools, and just kind of watch a few YouTube videos, learn how to do it. Because then it becomes a case of show, don't tell to investors and customers, where they're actually interacting with an application, actually getting an experience with the product that you built, rather than, oh, I've got a great idea for this application that I need 250 grand for and a CTO to come join me. So yeah, it's kind of avoid that. Don't think about the software first, think about the service that you're offering, see how you can mimic that experience as best as you can, and then move on from there.
You probably should take the pressure off of all founding teams needing to have technical support or a CTO or these kind of roles within their companies so early, which are expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Any particular do's or don'ts?
Like, I think for me, like the actual kind of regrets, at the stage you're at, everything is a learning. Like, it's kind of cliche, but it's really, really true. You just got to be prepared that some of them are really painful to learn, but they're all going to be beneficial for where you're going to go. And maybe it isn't this particular business, maybe it's another business you end up doing in 5 years' time, but it is a learning and it is an experience. And kind of regrets, like Not really. Like we learn along all the way. The relationship that Stephen and I, from where we were initially, where we might have met 18 months ago, is a very different place. So all along that journey, there's these different moments, and there just are moments to learn and to figure out actually, did we do the right thing there? What is even the right thing? Because that might change again in a year's time. Sorry, I didn't give you a clear answer.
No, you're getting it all out there. I suppose just some parts things with just a few more minutes left. What advice would you give? So we've got 17 pre-seed companies here at the very beginning. We're going to have a panel interview later to talk about next steps. But what advice would you give to your former self or even these companies as they're starting to move forward that they should be thinking about in the next couple of months?
Yeah. So these accelerators, I think, are absolutely brilliant. But kind of view it as guidance, and 80% or even more than that of the kind of thoughts or the learnings that you're taking in and informing how you're building out your service or your product should be coming directly from your customers. And the majority of your time should be spent trying to improve that customer experience whatever way you can. I see a lot of founders it feels to me like they're wasting their times on a lot of other efforts that might not be around the customer experience or making a better product for the customer. And I feel just especially at our early stage, that's the only thing you can really focus on. And everything else will kind of figure itself out. So if you have customers who are willing to pay you a lot of money for a product, you can sort out everything else. So just try and focus on that. That's the main goal, and everything else kind of slots in after that. If I had my time back, I probably wouldn't have spent so much time researching how to build a good business or anything. I would have spent more time cold calling people and figuring out what needs to be built. But again, that's a learning, and we learned a lot from that, I suppose. But that's definitely one.
Yeah, for me, I just echo that so much, that customer discovery part at this stage is so important. But also just thinking for myself, just taking that aside, in terms of where you go for fundraising and funding your own business, VCs or even angel investment isn't necessarily the only path for you. And where you can bootstrap your business, you're bootstrapping your business with your customers' money, that is hugely advantageous for where you go out and actually try to build real value to you as a founder, as an owner. So anyone who's in that position to be able to do that, by all means, keep going that way as long as you really can. And then those who do decide that they are going to go down that VC route, start engaging today if you're not already doing it. Because it takes so long to get a round closed and get some funding in. You may be gone before you even get a chance to get the business off the ground. So
that's it. What can we do for you? Is there anything this group or this audience, or what's the next step? What can we support, or are we raising, or are we looking for more partners?
I guess we're raising. Thankfully, we can put it aside for us for at least probably another year. But you should always be having that conversation with your investors. For us, we'd love for anyone here that has experience on the sales side, so particularly on that SDR type of roles, and how you kind of get a sales engine off the ground. Anyone who has that experience in a former life or current life, we'd love to chat more.
Even from a technology, what's a sales stack and all that kind of stuff, what tools you use to do it, we're very much at that stage now trying to figure it out. If any of you are struggling with your international hiring and need some help with employment permits, feel free to reach out.
And are you guys hiring, or are you growing your team, or?
Yes, we are. Yeah, we took on an engineer pretty much right after we closed a round. We are looking kind of in that sales capacity for people, or sales or marketing, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, super. Well, you heard it here, Recruit.ru. They are growing their team. They're also looking for some support. So thank you very much for coming in to talk to us today, and we will chat to you a little bit later. We're going to go back and we're going to watch the final 8 pitches, and we're going to wrap up then at the end of the day. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Saransh, founder of Envo, and our mission is to mobilize organizations to become environmentally conscious. This is Luis, business director of a 200-employee consulting company, and to comply with regulatory bodies and market pressure to report ESG and climate action, Luis wants to keep up the public image of the company to avoid losing any business. She wants to figure out how to start the company's sustainability program with a tangible climate impact, which has an effective ROI. She also wants to develop an eco-culture that helps in employee engagement and positive marketing for the company. Introducing Envo, a SaaS package which includes mobile app and an online dashboard tool, which is designed for managers and leaders like Luis. Envo will help Luis mobilize their workforce to contribute to the climate action responsibilities, fostering an eco-culture that focuses on better employee engagement. It will generate reports and regular visual content that can be seamlessly shared with marketing teams for positive branding and help Luis understand where her company is and where it should be in their sustainability journey. Therefore, helping her stay ahead of their duties and generate more revenue by becoming responsible organizations for their customers. We understand how community merged with gamification can do wonders. And for that, companies' employees will interact with our tool through a gamified social media app where their real-time climate impact can be monitored and be rewarded with exclusive privileges and perks. Currently, the total addressable market in Europe is at 24 billion euros, while the targeted SMEs provide an available market of 13.3 billion. And by capturing just 10% of the market share, it will give us an obtainable market of 1.3 billion euros. Our primary revenue source would be a tiered SaaS subscription starting from €5 a month per employee to €3 a month per employee for 500 plus or significantly large employee numbers. Currently, we're in a blue ocean market as this category is still building up, and the competitors who are operating in the space of employee engagement through sustainability either lack rewards or community elements. And we want to uniquely position ourselves with a better service with a community-focused narrative in the market. We already have 14 signups from SMEs so far to test our product, and we are on schedule to launch the version 1 by mid-June so that we achieve some product market fit by the end of this year. We are a core team of 3, and I'm a third-time entrepreneur and recently a climate business graduate, and I'm deeply motivated to turn around the sustainability narrative in organizations. My co-founder Pradyum, who comes from a strong background in sustainable finance, and Sarthak, who is a master coder and product expert, is leading the tech. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Amy Rigby, and my co-founder Lily and I are here to revolutionize women's healthcare with Elsie. Of the 3.9 billion women worldwide, over half will suffer from common female-specific conditions. Women control over 80% of spending in the healthcare market, yet there is no holistic approach to treatment in women's healthcare. Sarah is a typical Elsie customer. She's 34, works full-time and is trying to get pregnant. She also has debilitating cramps, crippling fatigue, and infertility. She has visited her GP, who wishes she had more time to spend with Sarah, but instead gives her a script for the pill and a referral to a gynecologist. Today, she may wait up to 9 years for a diagnosis. At Elsie, we believe that healthcare should be as individual as you are. Our unique formula combines in-depth consultations with genetic and biomarker testing for individualized treatment plans. All of this is facilitated via our AI-enabled platform. What can we do for Sarah? By joining Elsie, Sarah takes an in-depth onboarding consultation. Based on her profile, a report is prepared and recommends an individualized treatment plan. Whilst waiting to see the gynecologist, Sarah has taken a deep dive into her genetic makeup to provide a greater clarity over her symptoms, optimized her diet, improved her pelvic pain with physiotherapy, and improved her work-life balance. Elsie has been with her every step of the way. The women's health market is exploding and is expected to be worth $47 billion by 2026. In Ireland alone, there are 1.7 million women aged 25 to 55, and women are rapidly becoming more interested in personalised care. Most of our competitors are US-based, and few focus on precision medicine or holistic medical solutions. Maven are actively looking to move into the UK and European markets. We built a loyal brand and following organically during 2022, onboarding over 300 patients and 10 providers whilst developing key strategic partnerships. We conducted a pilot study with Salesforce Ireland, which gave us invaluable insight into our target demographic and the corporate landscape. Since completing the pilot, we have had several Salesforce customers return for additional services. Our learnings from Salesforce helped shape our route to market as a direct-to-consumer product. We will operate via a subscription model by mid-2023. We take both a platform access fee from providers plus a commission on all service fees taken. We plan to launch direct-to-consumer via a targeted marketing campaign, in addition to identifying key distribution channels to expand our network. I am a senior medical specialist and Lily is a medical scientist with a major in genomics. As fierce female health advocates and believers in access to high-quality, equitable healthcare, we are uniquely placed to take this product to the female health market. We're looking for seed stage investment to take our product to market, commercialize and scale the business. Thank you.
We are HeadCoach, the world's only mobile app that builds sports teams and organizations' levels of emotional intelligence. Meet the Lions. The Lions had the most talented players in the league, but they couldn't win a game. Coach knew what the problem was. They were lacking confidence in their abilities, losing focus during key moments of the match, and constantly arguing with each other. Stats from across the soccer industry shows us that 75% of under-9s will be out of the system by the age of 21, and only 0.5% of them will ever play for a first team someday. This shows us that this is an environment that is designed to make people feel and it leads to high levels of psychological distress. Research by Daniel Goleman shows us that 90% of elite athletes possess high levels of emotional intelligence. Therefore, we have developed a mobile app to deliver these skills to athletes. The app contains 4 features: the emotional intelligence skills, a habit tracker, a reflection journal, and a wellness journal. We are currently in a beta trial, but more on that in a second. Our team is made up of an experienced UEFA A licensed coach in Jonathan, an experienced charter psychologist in Joe, and an experienced marketing director in myself. We each have over 10 years of experience in our fields. We have a product-led growth strategy and a roadmap of features that allow us to access higher-level sports organizations. We plan to sell our app as a subscription model to these organizations to use with their athletes. Our market TAM across UK, Ireland, and North America is 16.5 million users, which is just over 37,000 sales accounts. Our SAM is based on the sports we plan to initially target with outbound sales, and our SOM is based on those organizations we believe we can sell to today and stands at just over 2.6 million users at 9,500 sales accounts. The rugby industry has been well served by Tackle Your Feelings. They have developed market partnerships with the Irish Rugby Players Association, and it appears to have been developed by a charitable arm of Zurich Bank. Rippleworks is a current incumbent in the soccer industry and is being used by Austin FC. As I teased earlier, we're in an active beta trial with circa 40 athletes from London Toronto FC, and we've also secured a letter of intent from them. We plan to release 2 new features into our app in preparation for our launch at the start of July. But back to the Lions story. The Lions worked on their emotional intelligence and they developed key skills such as optimism, self-awareness, and focus. They worked on their communication skills as a team and built up their confidence and allowed themselves to win the League Cup that season. This taught the Lions a valuable lesson. The talent alone isn't enough to win football games. It takes a combination of physical and mental preparation to be successful. To learn more about our next steps, including our upcoming investment round, please reach out to me.
Have you ever been in a situation where you couldn't find prescription medication for you and your loved ones, and there is no pharmacy open? Hi, my name is Siddharth, and I would like you to introduce you to Destroo, an e-pharmacy platform that delivers prescription medication directly to your home, hassle-free. Let me paint you a picture. Emma, a mother with epilepsy, is unable to drive and faces challenges in obtaining medication. The local pharmacy closes early, making it difficult for Emma to fulfill her daughter's prescription, which ultimately leads her to visit the A&E. We need to improve the accessibility and convenience in the pharmacy system. Destroo will connect Emma directly to pharmacies and doctors, allowing her to easily order and receive her daughter's prescription with just a few clicks. We ensure that medication is delivered to our customers promptly and safely through our delivery partners. While our competitors operate in a similar space, our platform will offer a differentiated service by providing same-day delivery and pharmacy services available during nights, weekends, and bank holidays. We also intend to open our own pharmacy stores with extended business hours. By doing so, we hope to offer accessibility and convenience to our customers. We intend to charge a once-off setup fee to pharmacies, a 5% fee on each order, and a 10% fee to our customers. According to Statista, the prescription drug market in Europe is around 265 billion euros, with estimated SAM being around 80 billion euros. We hope to capture 6% of this in the future. We formed the company at the start of 2023. To date, we have over 600 customer discovery and market validation about our product. We have been talking to regulators at PSI and HSE to talk about any obstacles. And furthermore, we have been developing an MVP. Connor Killian and I are co-founders of Destroo. Our background as software engineers allows us to identify problems and develop solutions. With our combined expertise, we make a great team dedicated to using technology to solve this problem. At the moment, we are looking for advisors in the pharmaceutical space and investors. So if you would like to know more about our product, please scan the QR code.
Hi, I'm Fiona Healy and I'm the founder of Avatar Fashion. Avatar Fashion is a sizing and styling solution for the luxury ladies e-commerce fashion market. Currently, there are a number of challenges to shopping online. In fact, up to 43% of all goods sold online are returned. Meet our customer, the Shaloop Group, one of the largest retailers in the UAE. They lose millions of dollars each year on returns. Meet their customer, Dina. Dina is a Lebanese lady living and working in Dubai. Dina likes to spend on fashion. However, she struggles to shop online because she is in between sizes and she cannot visualize what an outfit of clothing will look like on her. Can you imagine if Dina had the unique ability to create a customized 3D avatar built to her dimensions, where she could see instantly if she selected the correct size and style for her? Creating this level of accuracy in the buying process ensures that Dina selects the correct outfit for her, but more importantly, the Shaloop Group reduce their returns, increase their sales due to higher levels of customer satisfaction and engagement, and also set themselves apart from the competition by being a tech advancer in the e-commerce arena. The competition in the marketplace is offering augmented reality, predictive analysis, and sizing charts. No other site is offering a solution such as ours. Our proposition is unique. We aim to operate in a niche environment with a market-dominating partner. Our business model is simple. We charge 10% commission on each transaction that engages with our application. The area that we've chosen to focus on is the UAE. Why? Because it is the highest concentration of high net worth individuals that transact online. To date, we have built our prototype and put verbal contracts in place with our UAE distributor. We have established a strong technology and leadership team. Our next phase is to build our MVP, gain equity investment, and put contracts in place with partners. Meet our team. I have had my own online cross-border luxury fashion business. Surgeon, who is responsible for building our prototype, is a senior 3D generalist. And Strahina is our senior software engineer. And Mark is our stylist. Dina has found success by shopping online using our application, and the Shaloop Group have acquired a loyal new customer. Avatar Fashion is investor ready, and we're looking for a strong technical co-founder. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is James Stafford and today I'll be talking to you about Investie, a hassle-free investment platform to help you build your wealth. Investie is designed to help individuals reach their financial goals through an array of wealth management services, such as investing, financial planning and education. Looking at the state of the Irish market currently, a recent survey we undertook showed only 30% of people like the current investment platform that they're using, and over 70% of people have never actually used a wealth manager before. These results are based on a number of reasons, such as thinking, I need to be an expert, I don't have the time, it's too risky, or I don't have enough money. To address this need in the market, we're introducing Investie, a modern age investment tool, a robo-advisor tailored to the Irish market. Unlike traditional investment advisors, Investie uses an automated investing tool to identify suitable investment opportunities, providing users with personalized investment advice tailored to their risk tolerance and financial goals. We believe that we're able to solve these problems and get people to start investing today. For example, the issue, I don't have enough money. This is solved by offering fractional investing, meaning you can get started with only a small amount invested. Looking at competitors in the space, robo-advisors are probably our nearest competitor, and we're utilizing a lot of good aspects from these companies such as Betterment, Nutmeg and Wealthfront. However, there's currently no robo-advisors in the Irish market today. How the business model would operate is we would have 3 investment streams: an automated approach, a do-it-yourself approach, and a speak to an advisor approach. All of these approaches would charge an annual management fee for users, which is how we generate revenue for the business. The market potential for Investie is huge, with 31.8% CAGR within the global robo-advisory market. Also, if you look at the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see the size of the TAM. There's 596 billion euro, which was the market value of Irish investment fund shares in Q3 of 2022. In terms of next steps, we're currently working through our building a functional website, applying for regulation with the Central Bank of Ireland, and then looking to get funding with the ultimate goal of Investie to become the #1 wealth management service in Ireland by 2028. Just talking briefly about myself and David, we've both been in the finance industry for the last 3 years. David worked as a wealth management executive at Goodbody for 2.5 years and is now working as a wealth management analyst at Rothschild in London. Myself working on the institutional equity sales team, covering the technology sector for the last 2.5 years. We also have a great selection of advisors: Ronan Whitty, Jamie S. Elliott, and Patrick O'Donnell, who we get advice from and have been instrumental in getting Investie off the ground to date. Finally, thank you very much for listening. We really appreciate it, and feel free to get in touch with either myself or David to discuss Investie in a bit more detail and find out what we're doing to try and revolutionise the Irish wealth management market. Thank you very, very much.
I'm Aoife, co-founder of Cajupass, and here with me today are my 2 co-founders, Fabiana and Kivia. We are on a mission to help HR teams build a happier and more productive workplace with a wellness benefits package that is built to reduce costs, retain talent, and hit company KPIs. HR and talent acquisition teams face an ongoing problem of competing to get the best talent through the door and retain them long term. This comes at a huge expense, as the average cost for employers to recruit and onboard new joiners is 1 to 2 times an employee's annual salary. Additionally, 77% of employees said that they would consider leaving a company that doesn't focus on well-being. Traditional wellness benefits such as gym memberships or wellness programs are more added costs for employers to implement and manage. Cajupass gives employees unlimited access to a wide variety of gyms, studios, health and wellbeing apps, all under one platform whenever they want. Here's how Cajupass is different to others in the market. Number 1, the comprehensive wellness offerings. Through our exclusive and diverse wellness partnerships, employees can access gyms, studios, fitness apps, and even mental health and virtual therapy, giving them a wider range of options to choose from. Number 2, convenience and flexibility. With Cajupass, employees can access these wellness offerings whenever they want and as many times as they like. For employers, this eliminates admin efforts or the need to monitor employee participation. Number 3, it's cost effective. Cajupass offers a more affordable and scalable solution for employers than traditional wellness benefits, reducing recruitment costs, improving retention, satisfaction, and productivity. Cajupass solves these problems by helping employers reduce recruitment costs, improve retention, satisfaction, and productivity. The global corporate wellness market size in 2022 was valued at 53 billion, and it's expected to increase at an annual growth rate of 4.47% from 2023 to 2030. We, however, will be focusing on small to medium-sized businesses in tech-related industries in Europe and eventually Canada, with a market size of around 19 billion. Some of our key competitors haven't scaled outside of more than 3 markets, except from our main competitor and most successful, Gympass. However, despite their success and growth, there is a lack of presence in the European and Canadian markets where we plan to operate. We have mapped out our milestones we expect to hit in the next 5 months, including completing our MVP, onboarding our partner for a pilot program, and onboarding our first 100 employers for a paying client. With Cajupass, employers can save up to 30% on their wellness program costs, all while providing their employees with a wider range of wellness options. Our B2B business model allows us to generate revenue from employers who can choose between 3 pricing tiers and pay a monthly flat rate fee per employee. Our team of 3 brings more than 20 years combined experience in HR, marketing, tech, and product. Additionally, we all come from startup backgrounds where each of us held responsibilities in spearheading core company functions. We strongly believe that Cajupass will not only outshine competitors and generate revenue, but also achieve positive and measurable outcomes for our target clients and their employees. We are seeking investment to help us launch in the market and revolutionize the corporate wellness space. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sean Kelly, co-founder of Myndgard. Therapists are overwhelmed. Their workplaces are in crisis. Over 60% of therapists are burned out, and 75% report that this negatively impacts their ability to provide patient care. Mental health is complex, with over 1,000 depression profiles. And given this complexity, therapists find it challenging to diagnose, treat, and manage their caseload. Consultations are short and assessments are time-consuming, with multiple priorities to address. Subjective patient reports are the current standard, but they're limited, meaning that valuable time with the patient is spent catching up rather than helping address their problems. Myndgard provides therapists with essential information before they see patients in their next session. Myndgard quantifies each person's unique depression profile, develops a personalized treatment plan, tracks the effectiveness of therapy, and detects early signs of relapse. This leads to treatments that are high quality, responsive, and cost-effective. By using Myndgard, therapists can quickly get a bird's-eye view of how their patients are doing, improving their caseload management. Then, through real-time tracking of symptoms and behaviors, we show how individual patients are functioning in their day-to-day lives, identifying the unique patterns underpinning their symptoms. For the patient, our solution is intuitive and empowers them to directly engage in their recovery process. We have several competitors, but compared to them, we are clinically grounded and provide real-time tracking of patient mental health. Myndgard recommends personalized treatment plans that are most likely to lead to the best outcomes. And we cover therapy's entire care pathway, from waitlist management to discharge planning. We are a B2B business with a revenue sharing model. We offer 2 plans, a standard plan for small private clinics and a premium version for large therapy organizations. Our go-to-market strategy is to provide Myndgard direct to private therapy clinics and to employee assistance providers, which have many therapists available on a single platform. The US is the largest market for Myndgard, with over 500,000 mental health professionals. With an average cost of therapy ranging from $100 to $200 per hour, the addressable market for depression treatment is valued at approximately $2 billion. To date, we have developed an MVP, started a widely viewed podcast, and created a sales pipeline with over 25 clinics. Last year, we ran a pilot study with 80 university students and have secured 4 letters of support from clinics to try out our MVP. Our team combines significant expertise in both mental health and business development. Dr. Edel Crean is an experienced clinical psychologist. Pat Glynn is a serial entrepreneur with several successful exits. And I'm Dr. Sean Kelly, a world expert in computational psychiatry. We are looking for introductions to US-based therapy clinics, employee assistance providers, and health insurers. Thank you.
I'm Danny, founder of ConnectEDU, a client retention solution for private banks. In private banking, account holders work closely with wealth managers. While the wealth manager's services benefit the entire family, they primarily build a strong connection with the older generation. When next generation Nancy inherits her parents' assets, she has little trust or connection with this advisor. As a result, 9 times out of 10, she leaves the bank for a wealth manager a close friend recommends. Recently, this has become an extreme problem for banks. An aging baby boomer population will pass on $8.8 trillion to 1.5 million next gens like Nancy by 2030. ConnectEDU is the solution wealth managers need to solve this problem. We help banks establish a relationship with the next generation before it's too late. How is this done? Private banks have 2 assets Nancy can't wait to get a hold of: an extremely valuable network of future leaders and trusted financial knowledge. We allow banks to leverage this in order to win over the next gen. The service is a fully branded digital hub providing 3 things: financial and professional e-learning, next generation networking, and a reason to connect with our future wealth manager. Large banks like Wells Fargo are launching similar solutions for their customers. Small practices don't have the resources to build this. Instead, they host costly events which, as we know, 9 times out of 10 don't work. ConnectEDU sells a subscription service. Wealth managers can contract with us directly. At the small practice scale, banks receive a white label platform. Additionally, we allow next gens to invite one friend onto the service, turning this market turmoil into a chance to secure competitors' prospects. Each next generation will bring $60,000 in revenue per year to whichever bank they choose to hold their assets. This means that for 600 next gen memberships, if one Nancy is saved or gained, our service was worth it. Replacing just one expensive event per year with ConnectEDU will pay dividends down the line. ConnectEDU's private learning community platform has been in production and improving since 2020. My co-founder built the platform for a separate target audience and currently runs it for 2,000 paying active users. We came in second place in Trinity's Master in Entrepreneurship competition and won a spot in the Launchbox Accelerator. We met through our Business Masters program at Trinity. Aman built and scaled our platform and is a 2-time founder. Neil has experience in enterprise client sales and management from KPMG. And I've successfully managed sophisticated clients like Tesla and Meta with the resources of a startup. Though my accent may suggest otherwise, this is a worldwide problem. If you know anyone in the family office or wealth management space, they'd appreciate you for connecting us as soon as possible.
Your dedication, your time, everything that you put into it, like it's completely reflective in what we saw here today. So thank you all very much. I have to give my 2 own teams a dues. First of all, these things don't happen alone. RDI Hub is leading on this pre-accelerator, but we're part of the NDRC network with Dogpatch Labs, Republic of Work in Cork, and Portishead in Galway. So a big shout out to my colleagues, Deshant and Rosemary and baby Rosemary, Joe, Victoria, and Andre in Dogpatch Labs, and Ashna and John in Republic of Work. So without these people that you would have met every week, this wouldn't have been possible. So thank you all very, very much. We met Liam earlier, Niall, who has mentored some of the companies on this program, and of course Megan, Garrod doing an unbelievable job on production today, Kerry, who puts out all the amazing posts and the people you don't see behind the scenes, Fanula and Christine as well. So everybody plays a big, big part in this. So thank everyone for being here. Major things that need to be called out, and I know Liam touched on them, but we're going to drop the links into the chat. Our friends in Republic of Work are holding the second founder weekend of the year in Cork next weekend. Isn't that right, John? So there's only 4 founder weekends in the year, similar to the pre-accelerator. There's 4 in the year. So this is really a good opportunity if you're in Cork or want to spend a weekend in Cork to head down there and sign up for that. There'll only be another 2. There'll only be another 1. We've already had one Dogpatch Labs, so there's only 1 more later in the year. So get your opportunity to sign up for Founder Weekend. We've just selected the new cohort for the Dogpatch Labs Pre-Accelerator. There'll be 2 more later in the year. So again, if you liked what you saw today, if you thought it was interesting, get that message out to anybody who has an idea that you think that would be interested in doing this, because this is the kind of work that we do, and you get to work with us, which is always good, it's always fun. The Founders Talent Accelerator was launched there a couple of weeks ago. This is such a good opportunity. If you're not an ideas person, or if you're not a startup, if you're not thinking that way, it's there to grow talent We're there to work with you. So if you're interested in this space, if you've always thought about it but didn't know how to start, this accelerator is such a good opportunity, and to work closely with the team in Dogpatch. I think they're all my major points. I've seen some of the mentors and the speakers that were part of this program here as well today. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope you get to meet the founders, have a chat with them in person, be really great. Thank you again for giving your time. We run the pre-acceleration until 7 p.m. on a Monday evening, so getting people to have everything ready and jump in, we really, really appreciate it. And like I said, there'll be another 3 showcases later in the year, so this is the first one. Expect a lot more from us. Thank you all for coming. Thank you everybody at home, and have a lovely evening.